Have you ever stood in the dark so long, you almost believed the light was gone? The night pressed in, the storm howled, and the little lantern on the table flickered, fragile, trembling like it could surrender at any moment. But here is the question: what if that lantern refused to go out? Stay with me, because this tale is about you, and it is about the light you carry. Once upon a time, in a quiet village, storms came without warning. Winds bent trees, rain swallowed roofs. People learned to fear the dark. But in one old hut, a lantern burned. Small, shaking, yet still alive. If you have ever felt your own flame almost fading, hit like. So another dreamer finds this wisdom tonight. The villagers mocked the lantern. "It's too weak," they said. "One strong gust will end it." But night after night, the lantern stood. When the storm slammed harder, it bent, hissed, and sputtered, but then flared again. When the rain leaked through the roof, drops kissed its fire, but the flame bit back. People began to notice, not because it was the brightest light, but because it was the last one still burning. A boy from the village came. "Lantern," he whispered, "how do you live when the storm wants you gone?" The lantern replied without words, only flame. It burned low, then rose high again. It did not shout. It showed. Soon, travelers found the hut. Wet, cold, beaten by wind, they gathered near the flame. Its warmth was small, yet it was enough. Enough to keep hands alive. Enough to give sight to tired eyes. The lantern had no speeches. It had no armor. Only a decision not to go out. And here's the truth that the villagers slowly learned. Greatness is not always loud. Sometimes it's as small as refusing to quit. Sometimes it's a whisper of fire against the roar of a storm. But storms test. Always. One night, a gale unlike any before tore through the land. It cracked trees, ripped doors, flung branches like spears. The hut shook. The lantern swayed. Its flame shrank to a tiny blue point. And even the boy said, "It will die tonight." Yet in that moment, the lantern remembered, not the storm, not the rain, but its purpose, to shine. It inhaled every last breath of oil, every ounce of stubborn will, and rose. Not as a bonfire, not as a sunrise, but as itself. Enough. So let me ask you, what is your one word when storms press in? Drop that word in the comments. Then tap hype, not for me, but for the next struggler who needs to know. The flame inside them is enough to outlast the night. Hype it forward, so someone else in the dark finds this light. Morning came. The storm had broken roofs, snapped fences, and silenced voices. But in the corner of the village, a thin curl of smoke rose from one hut. And inside, the lantern, cracked and weary, still burning. It was no longer mocked. It was remembered, because in the worst of the night, it had become the only light. And people finally understood. Courage is not never falling. It is refusing to go out. So, friend, your storm may look different. It may be failure. It may be loneliness. It may be doubt whispering that you should stop. But remember the lantern. You don't need to burn like the sun. You only need to refuse the darkness. Here is the truth. The light that refuses to go out will always outlast the night. Like, subscribe to Rise Remember Tales for more wisdom, real change every day. And share this with someone who needs courage to keep their flame alive tonight.